You see the luster. You see the shine. Hi loves, I'm Alicia, but you can call me Lee. If you're new here, I do videos on fashion, travel, natural hair, and beauty. So if that's your vibe, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome back to the first episode of tapping in with our ancestors and using the things that we know have always worked. There was a time, big in the day, where my mom used grease on our hair. We're talking Blue Magic. Now, obviously, this was pre-creamy crack days. I really only associated grease with the heaviness, the weightiness, and I remember my scalp literally burning, like cooking on the playground because of all that grease she would slather in our hair. But I can also say that my sisters and I always had a head full of hair, even when we had a relaxer. That was actually the whole reason that they put a relaxer on my hair, was because it was thick, I was tender-headed, it was long. I wasn't really giving people the time of day to sit there and go through this process of detangling my hair, combing my hair, all of the things. Okay, but your girl was never bald-headed. This is pretty much what my hair always gave, but more. Obviously, we've been through some things as I have aged and pretty much tried every single natural hair product trend on my hair, color, cuts, you name it. I've done so much to my hair over the years, and I'm really just past that. I'm in this era of growth. I'm in this era of health, and I'm also in this era of simplicity, especially when it comes to my hair, because I do want to disprove all of the negative rhetoric around natural hair. I'm tired. I'm so sick of people saying that it's not manageable. I'm so sick of people saying that it's unprofessional. I'm so sick of people saying that it doesn't grow, that it's nappy. Even though I don't even associate nappy with being a negative term, I've actually coined that into a positive term. But honestly, I'm tired, especially when it is associated with kinkier or coilier natural hair textures. And we saw it, we've seen it. I was a part of the initial natural hair movement here on YouTube. You can take a look back and see my journey from over a decade. And now I feel like I'm almost reigniting that movement, but I more so want to lead it with self-love, simplicity, and going back to the things that we knew that worked, i.e. grease. I actually had to ask around to figure out, like, why is it that we stopped using it in the first place? Because I was a little confused. This whole journey actually started on TikTok, just like a random thought one night that popped into my head, and I was just like, like, let's talk about it. Let me see what the people have to say. And I asked scientists to step in, hair chemists, cosmetologists, like, tell me why. And they were basically saying that people got on this internet, on Beyonce's internet, and were like, there is carcinogens in petroleum jelly. Not in cosmetic grade though, okay? Sister Scientist actually did a whole dialogue on my post, and if you know, she is a hair chemist, the hair chemist of probably at least 50% of the natural hair products that you know and love. I kid you not. Check out her record. She is the truth. But she posted this comment basically disproving that petroleum jelly, i.e. what's in grease, clogs your pores. And she even went on to give an example about how we use Vaseline. You put Vaseline on your baby's face. You put Vaseline on your feet, on your knees, on your skin. So if you can put Vaseline on your face, is that a different petroleum that's in the grease? I mean, if you really think about it, cosmetic grade, doing what you want to do. Like, you can listen to whoever you want to listen to. I'm just here to share the information in the journey that I am going on, and you see the material. Instead of me just rambling, let's just get into the process. This is basically what an updated wash routine looks like. This whole process takes me about 2.5 hours start to finish. So the very first thing that I do in the shower always is fully saturate my hair with water, kind of just rinse out those layers of products, and then I go in with a clarifying shampoo. This one is the Breakdown by The Dew, and I have been really enjoying this one. I also love the Ginger Rinse by Camille Rose, but I basically work it through the hair. I start on the scalp first, and then I run it all the way down the strands. I clarify my hair at least 2 times every single time that I wash it. I basically continue to go through the shampoo process until it is fully sudsing. So you should just see white suds everywhere. That's how you really know that it is clean. You can go in with the moisturizing shampoo after this, but I found that these 2 clarifying shampoos are actually quite moisturizing and I don't need it. So after 2 times, I will rinse them out and move on to conditioner. For conditioner, I've been enjoying 2 by Pattern Beauty, the intensive hair conditioner and also the anti-breakage mask. I just choose whichever one I feel like my hair needs at the moment, but because I didn't use a moisturizing shampoo, I am going to use an intensive conditioner to really restore the moisture in my hair. And I detangle with my pattern brush in the shower. I don't get very many shed hairs, but I understand that because of the density of my hair, there's gonna be a little bit. It's not gonna look like this just thin pile of hair. So I've come to terms with about how much my hair should shed within the week to week and a half that I've worn a style, and typically my hair doesn't shed during the week. So after applying the conditioner, detangling, I rinse it out. You can still actually see some of the twists that are still in my head, and then I'm going straight in with a blow dryer for this Bantu Knot Out. I do have low porosity hair and it takes my hair a long time to dry, so blow drying my hair first really shortens the wash day for me. It takes me about 20 minutes to blow dry my hair, and I'm using low heat like the first dot on this Dyson hair dryer, and I didn't even have to detangle again. You can see how the hair dryer is really just flowing through my hair with ease, and it takes me about 20 minutes to blow dry my entire head. I do fairly small sections and I'm very gentle. I use the tension method and I just work it through. If you're running into a lot of knots in your hair, then you very likely need a trim. So definitely take care of your hair and get the trim whenever you feel like it needs it. The longer that you wait, the longer that your hair is going to break. And then it will also be a little stifter. It'll be a bit more brittle, stringier. Like, you'll definitely know the difference. When you have a fresh trim, it's typically lightweight, fluffy, flowy, and you don't have to deal with a lot of single strand knots, which is why I'm showing you all of this beautiful, luscious hair that your girl is working with. Now here is the good part, the Bantu Knot Out with grease. I'm using Supergrow grease and I'm only going to use it on the shaft of my hair. I don't necessarily feel like you need it on the scalp, but I know that there was a time back in the day that we were advised to use it as such. So use it however you want it, but I find that because it's so heavy, it typically holds in, locks in a lot of moisture on my hair so that I don't have to go through this styling process multiple times throughout the week. This style lasts for me from 7 to 10 days. Obviously, it's going to get bigger and bigger every day, frizzier and frizzier every day, and I am okay with that. So to do my Bantu knots, I applied the grease first and then I put mousse on top of it. The mousse actually just gives it some more hold, and I am using Pattern Beauty's mousse, and then I hold my hair taut and then just coil it around my finger and then wrap it back down towards the shaft of my hair to do my Bantu knots, and I secure them with a rubber band because I don't want anything tight on my head. I really make sure that there is absolutely no tension, but the Bantu knot is held into place. Blow drying it will cut down on drying time tremendously because when your hair is wrapped up in this state, it just takes a long time to dry if it's fully wet. So I'm going through this process again, applying some grease first and then putting the mousse on top. It does dry clear, shiny, all of the things, and we're just going to repeat these Bantu knots all over the head. You can see how I do my Bantu knots, but if you want like a more detailed Bantu knot tutorial, then let me know. But this is how I do it. It takes me about another 20 minutes or so to install all of these Bantu knots, and I do them in varying sizes. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't have to be super consistent, and I definitely do not part the hair at all. Just go in free form. I feel like it comes out better that way anyways. Sit under a hooded dryer of the sorts. I definitely use this as like some self-care time. I typically sit under this for about 30 to 45 minutes, watch a show, edit, scroll on social media, read a book. There's like 1,000,001 things that you can do under the dryer. Listen to music, and then I take them out and I basically just remove the rubber band and then unravel them. Now, my takedown process is intense, and it's really going to depend on how big you want your hair. I'm a big hair girl, and I also embrace frizz, but I do have a hack for that. So I take my time when I separate my Bantu knots. First, we're just going to release them, and then I go in knot by knot and separate all of the strands in it. So I basically unwind it in the opposite direction and then just start breaking it apart. Bantu knots, unlike twists or braids, don't really have natural sections, so just be mindful that you're likely going to create some frizz, and that's okay. I just want to unravel each one of them so that when I go in to pick, it doesn't snag. And look at the luster on my hair. Like, when I tell y'all I wish I could feel my hair, no I don't, because I actually do not like people playing in my head. But, you know, I just want you to imagine what my hair feels like. And then I'm going in with my Pattern Beauty pick, and I pick in every single direction. And I also like to pick in sections. I find that easier. And then if I run into a section where I didn't really separate it, I'm just going to do that with my hands. You can always tell though when you're picking, because you know you don't want the pick to snag. Now, to really hold in the style, especially if you live in a humid climate like I do, get you some hairspray, spray your entire head, and then blow dry it. I really hope that this video is beyond informative to you. I hope that you take something away from this. If you still use grease in any form, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you stopped using it, tell me why. Let me know why. Now, I can understand if it's a sensory thing, because, you know, we do definitely experience a lot of sensory overload. So if you don't use it because you don't like the feel of it, you don't like the fact that anytime you touch your hair, you know, you got shine, but I don't mind it, baby. It keeps the nails, the hands, everything moisturized. I'm not against it. Let your soul glow. Movement, bounce. It's airy, it's full, it's fluffy. And it ain't dry. And yes, this will last me a week. Oh, y'all done made me dizzy. Okay. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.